are turning to Satanism. They're eschewing God and traditional Christian-type religions or God-based religions, and turning to Satanism. Now, to talk about this, we're going to... There's an organisation here called the Global Order of Satan UK. That's run by a guy, a 32-year-old undertaker here in London called Chaplain Leopold. He was keeping his head down this weekend, but kind enough to come on all the way from... We're going to America a lot tonight, aren't we? For the third time, we're going to cross the pond, and kind enough to come on and talk to us about this is the spokesperson for the Coven of Ministries in Illinois, and that's Aria deSatanas. Good evening, Aria.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
Is that really your name, deSatanas?
Aria deSatanas is my pen name.
Yeah. No, I thought it seemed a bit too convenient.
Yeah.
No, I get that. But explain this phenomenon then, if you will, Aria. Why do you think that more and more young people are turning to Satanism?
Well, first off, I have to kind of dispel that, because from your own UK Office for National Statistics, the Census 2001, less than 3% responded other religion, which is the category that a UK Satanist would answer within.
Yeah.
Which is a still smaller category than atheism, Christian.
Well, don't talk yourself down. Don't talk yourself down. I mean, I'm trying to say things are looking up for you.
Well, that's just it. I mean, yes, there may be more people turning to Satanism, which is unsurprising because even I believe it was recently the government in the UK had to acknowledge that it was inappropriate to argue in court that parts of the Bible is simply no longer appropriate in modern society and would be deemed offensive if stated in public. Satanism doesn't have that problem.
Can you explain this, Aria? I'm reading here that so Satanists say there's a difference between Satanism and worshipping the devil. Am I right there? And if there is, can you explain it?
Okay. First off, Satanism was codified originally in the 60s by Anton LaVey as an atheistic religion, meaning it takes Satan, or the character we know as Satan, looks at his good qualities such as rebellion, knowledge seeking, and we turn that as a metaphor and in powers. We don't believe in God, we don't believe in the devil, but Satan seemed like a pretty cool guy, so we emulate him instead. Now there are still people that worship a devil, but most of those are called Luciferianism or demonolators or just simple devil worshippers. Sure. Satanists generally are atheists.
Yeah, okay, I would imagine that is the... Respect. Can you stay where you are, Aria? We're just going to play a quick clip from a recent Netflix documentary about Satanism, so bear with us. Let's have a look and a listen at this.
It's a beautiful day here at the state capitol. Great day to be a Satanist. I believe it, and I'm very excited about it. We're not what you think we are.
Satanic Temple was an idea between a handful of people directly confronting authority.
This makes life fun.
State officials have put up a 10 Commandments monument on government property.
Satanists are demanding equal rights.
I am a tax-paying member of Arkansas, and I don't want that there.
They just want to irritate.
The Satanic Temple says, and you also need to put up our monument to Satanism.
As a Satanist, I believe that confronting injustice is an expression of one's satanic faith.
You see Christian theocracy just creeping itself into our government, and it is our duty to stand up to this.
We want people to evaluate the United States being a Christian.
Well, there you go, Aria. Actually, that preempted my next question to you, because there's some people kind of semi-answering it there. And my question to you was going to be, what does Satanism offer to those people who choose to pursue it? What does it give to you?
All right. Well, first, let me say that I'm not part of the Satanic Temple, and I don't agree with a lot of what they're doing. which is what you just played from the clip.
Okay, fair enough.
However,
just answer that question, though.
Satanism is a series of techniques for allowing individuals to affirm, develop, express themselves, and to do what they wish to do in the context of spirituality. It doesn't require a belief in Satanism or Satan, of the Christian pantheon, although it thrives on the sinister nature of the satanic imagery and the hostility it can evoke from people, including Christians in the media. It's an adversarial form of self-religion.
Yeah. Is that the crux of it then, Aria? Because I know you just associated it yourself from those people in that Netflix documentary, but they were talking about what you alluded to earlier, which is this sense of rebellion. It's a chance to be, if you like, a kind of positive rebel.
Yes, correct. It's not a rebel without a cause. It's a rebel with a cause.
And what's the cause?
The cause is to free yourself from dogma. I don't know if the same thing's happening in the UK, but in the United States, religion is intertwining with every facet of our law system, and religion and law and government shouldn't mix. It just shouldn't mix. And both sides are guilty at this point because of the Satanic Temple trying to invade schools and stuff.
Yeah. But for you, never mind about the Satanic, I totally respect and accept what you said, that they're nothing to do with you. I mean, that looks a bit ridiculous to be wearing those silly horns and things like that. But it must be hard for you in a God-fearing country like America. One of the things that British people are always kind of shocked by, stunned by when they go to America, is just how religious people are, just how God-fearing they are. They're always going on about God and God's own country, much more than here in Britain. So it must be hard for you to be rejecting that God-fearing way of life.
It's definitely not the easy path in life. I was raised by evangelical Christians who very much disagree with my path in life, but they're probably part of the reason I ended up becoming a Satanist later on in life, because of how they practice Christianity showed me exactly what I never wanted to be like.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Do you have services like religious style services?
Sometimes we, especially for our holidays, it's not, you have to go to church every Sunday to be a Satanist. It's very much an individual self-practice where you can do psychologically empowering rituals, which don't harm any living being ever. There's no such thing as satanic sacrifice. That's satanic panic. It's all about living your best life and letting others live their best life.
And what about the connection with evil? What would you say about people who say Satanism is evil?
I would say that if you think people are evil that are Satanists, or if you think Satan is evil, it's because you're a Christian and you believe that the Bible is true. There is a Satan and he's all evil, which is funny because in the Bible itself, Satan didn't lie. God did.
Interesting. Listen, Aria, really interesting to talk to you, and thank you. Thank you for giving us an insight into Satanism, and all the very best to you. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? That was Aria deSatanas. Next up.